What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Mod Squad. I am your host, Kevin. Joining me, as always, is Felix.
Sup?
And we have the Bam Tender himself, Brandon. And the Godfather.
Howdy.
How's everybody doing today? We are an hour early, an early start time because it's Royal Rumble and I don't want to miss it. So we're an hour early. Let's do a little roll call, shall we? Who do we have in chat? We have Raven Rose. That's it. Tommy Ratska.
That's all we need is Raven Rose. So I'm not
That's
saying
right.
what I'm saying.
She said she loves her cards from last week. She got the World of Warcraft cards. So she has already gotten those, and she said she loves them. What's up, Dave Robertson? How's it going? We're going to go ahead and start the show. It is going to be a slightly different format this week. We're not doing this or that. We are going to be doing a live draft. We are drafting movies that have the best soundtrack. This is it's kind of a personal draft, but I mean, once your movie, if somebody else has that movie on their list, it cannot be chosen again. Kind of like a little game that we're playing here. Try and test this out live.
Yes, and well, we've done them in the past, but what we're going to do at the end is make a poll in the community, and you guys get to pick who you think came up with the best draft.
That's right. And there will be a giveaway tonight. I will post the hashtag after we finish the draft. We are going to go ahead and start the draft. It is a serpentine draft. It's going to start with Brandon, then Felix, Rex, and then myself. And then I get the second round pick, Rex, Felix, Brandon, and so on and so on. So, Brandon, you get the very first pick in the movie draft. What is your movie, sir? Oh my God, we can't hear you. Can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
There we go.
No, we can.
Can you hear
There
me
we
now?
go.
No, we can.
Yes, we can hear you.
I must have bumped the button when I put these on. Sorry about that. No, this was a tough one, man. There's a lot of responsibility going first with soundtracks.
It is.
But I was
Yeah,
thinking about it, and the wife and I were talking about it in the car earlier, making up a list. And I think I decided my number one, and this is probably in my top 5 movies. I got to go with Dazed and Confused. That has one of the coolest 70s rock soundtracks. And so, yeah, I'm going Dazed and Confused, my number one pick.
You know what? Out of my 20, Brandon, I don't even have that on there. But I should have.
Shame.
I didn't even think of that.
I do not either.
Alice
great
Cooper,
soundtrack.
Foghat, Deep Purple, Black Sabbath. I mean, the list goes on and on. It's so good. So that's the one I went with.
Tommy put some out there. That's a good one. It might be on somebody's list.
Yep.
Check it out. When I was a kid, I seen this movie, and every song in the movie I knew, and I jammed out to. I wanted to get the CD for it, and it was a 2-pack or a 3-pack. Was it? I think it was a 2-pack. But my brother-in-law beat me to it, so I just borrowed his. But it was the Forrest Gump soundtrack.
Yeah.
You can put that on the first song and just let it play through.
That was my number 2. I was torn between Dazed and Confused and Forrest Gump, but I had a feeling that one was going to go.
It's one of those ones you could just put on and you just sing along to in a car on a full car ride. Oh, so good.
Yeah.
All right, Rex.
I had neither of those two that you have chosen so far, and I feel all of a sudden worried that my list is going to be lacking.
It will be.
No, this is a personal choice, though. So,
All right. So
it's not like the community, though, is going to pick the best. So your personal choice doesn't have to be the best, but it just shows your taste, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, my taste is, as Felix likes to point out, my taste is old. So we will get on with that. I'm caught right now between two. It was my first pick. I'm caught between two. One is a pick I want to pick because I'm 100% sure that Kevin has it on his list, and I want to pick it before he does.
Well,
but I'm going to go with my other.
He's
pick.
got 2 picks.
I got 2 picks coming up.
I
That's true.
but I'm just saying, if I pick this one, you're going to scratch one off your list. I know,
Okay.
but I'm going to go ahead and go with my other one. I'm going to go with my first draw is going to be the Bill and Ted's original movie soundtrack.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
They had a lot of good stuff on there, but it came back into my mind more recently because those who watch Stranger Things, what they're trying to find in the last season, they're trying to find somebody to play their game and get another person added into the group. Well, the song in the background is called Play With Me. That is the song from the mall scene in the original Bill and Ted's flick. So I was very happy that came back around. So
And
I'm going with Bill and Ted's as my first.
There was a big mall right in the middle of Phoenix Metro Center, and that's actually where they filmed that scene. And I remember being a kid and being all about movie trivia, you know me, and I just thought it was the biggest thing that they filmed that scene at our mall. Not saying, but I'm saying.
Nice.
All right, well, it is me. I got the hot corner here. Got the hot corner.
Hot corner, he says.
Yes, I got the hot corner. I am going with a classic movie. When this movie comes on, I will sing along with it. I can't help it. Grease, man. Grease.
Nice.
I'm not gonna lie,
on my
man.
wife's list.
That's on my number 3. My number 3 on my list. You suck.
Summer Lovin'. Come on, Summer Lovin'.
Yeah, Grease is a good one.
On.
Every time someone says something about chills, I always have to throw in that they're multiplying.
That
would be number 10 on my list of 10. So
okay.
Thanks, Dave.
Okay.
Hey, and that was on my list of 38 that I have on my list. That was number 6.
I only did 7.
All right. And this one is a personal choice for me because I played this soundtrack in school.
Aladdin.
Aladdin. Yeah. Aladdin. It's Aladdin. Really? Oh yeah. A Whole New World. Nice. Come on, Friend Like Me. Oh,
I was thinking of Disney movies and I didn't put any on here, but I was bouncing back and forth between Aladdin and
yeah, don't say it. Don't say it. It could be on a list, yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
It's on my list, so.
But I think you probably know.
All right, Rex, you get the next choice, sir.
All right. So I'm jumping back real far on this one. I am. It was one of the first animated movies that I saw way back in the day. And I've got a very, as Kevin said earlier in our eclectic choices here. I'm going with Heavy Metal. You know,
good one.
It was a really great soundtrack all around. And to this day, there's certain songs come on. I'm like, oh, that was on Heavy Metal. And I'll have to go watch Heavy Metal again. I mean, I have it on digits and I got to watch it every time I get reminded. So I probably watch it about once a month. So
I got
nice.
you. No, that's a good choice. That's a real good choice. Felix, sir.
I'm not going to go with my number 2 because I don't think Brandon's going to get it. But I do believe he may get my number 4. So I'm going to throw that one out there. Footloose.
Great
Nice.
soundtrack.
Let's hear it for the boys. Footloose. There's a couple other ones. There's a couple other ones I can't think right now.
Yeah, that's where I was kind of struggling a little bit. Is like there's a lot of movies that have like that one really good song, but do they have like multiple good songs? And that's where I was trying to like weed out the ones. There's some great.
There's a good 3 or 4
soundtracks.
Yeah.
But so my next pick, I'm going to do what Felix did because I'm actually going to skip over that one. I'm going to rearrange here because I know this one isn't. I mean, I'm fairly sure this one isn't on anybody's list. I'm going to go with Baby Driver, the Baby Driver soundtrack.
It was on my list.
Is that one on your?
It was on my list.
That one's on your list. Yeah, the Baby Driver soundtrack is.
It was not on mine.
Freaking good. It's so good.
It's a newer movie, Rex.
It is. And that could be why. But that if you guys haven't listened to the Baby Driver soundtrack, I highly recommend it. That's a good soundtrack.
I agreed.
Agree. All right, you have the hot corner as well, Brandon.
Oh
Kick off
shit, that's
round
right.
number
I
3.
do. You know what? Then I'm gonna go with Dirty Dancing. Dirty Dancing is another one that has, I think, one of the best soundtracks
That was
Nobody
on my
puts
number
baby
10.
in the corner.
ever. Nice. Yep.
Nobody puts baby in the corner. Ooh,
I
this
don't
is-
think anyone's gonna get this one, but I have to get it because if it's not on my list, I quit. I'll quit if someone else grabs this. Got to go with it. Purple Rain. If you know me,
Oh.
it's my number 2. Purple Rain. You were gonna pick that next.
Yeah, that was my next one. That's my number 2.
Right on.
That wasn't even on my list.
It wasn't on my
That's
list
like
either,
the
but
number one a soundtrack of all time and millions of
Yeah.
lists. How's
Yeah.
it not even on your list?
It's
I feel-
it's not even
I-
on my list.
I tell you what, Rex, if you want to get him back, there's another soundtrack that's really that I'm sure is on his list.
F you, Kevin. You're probably going to get it because you know what's on my list next, man.
I don't know what your list consists of, but I know you.
Okay, look, I'm not gonna lie, and then this is not my pick yet. I'm just gonna say there are 2 picks that are on my list that I put on there. Brandon, you're the hard one. I know who you are, but you two in the power, as in Kevin and Felix, I have 2 different soundtracks on here that I know should have been on your list, and I'm actually shocked they weren't your number 1 picks. So there's
Okay.
that. Okay, so I'm gonna go. My next one, I'm gonna go. Here we're doing like different music soundtracks and stuff like that with different bands and stuff like different songs and stuff. I'm gonna go a little old school. I'm gonna go with the original Star Wars soundtrack
Ooh, nice.
because
It's got
Yeah.
some of the most iconic
The
music.
Imperial March is just
Yeah,
iconic.
it does,
movies, for
and
sure.
it has been
Star Wars is good.
it's been used in other movies and other genres, ever since. So I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
go with the original Star Wars. God bless John Williams. I'm gonna have to go with
Nice.
the original Star Wars.
I can't
soundtrack.
hate. I can't
choice.
hate.
Can't hate at all. How's it going, Dave Robertson, Tiger Lily, Mr. Crispers? Hope y'all are having a good day. We are doing a movie draft. We are drafting our favorite soundtracks.
So I just want to double check. How many are we doing? How many
5.
movies? Okay,
5.
good. I
We
wanted
are
to
in
make sure
round
that-
3 now.
Okay, yeah.
We are in round 3 now. Oh man, which one do I want to choose?
Which 2 do you want to choose?
Yeah, you're right. I am going to go. I get 3 and 4. Oh man. Okay. Shoot.
Come on, Kevin.
I don't know which one I want to choose.
No, you got me getting anxiety. Like,
Yeah.
what is he gonna pick?
You know what? I'll go Top Gun.
That's number 5 on mine.
Top Gun. Because I mean, come on. Even
Highway-
with this new when the
Highway
new
to
movie
the-
came out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost the same soundtrack.
You know, when you're on the freeway and Highway to the Danger Zone comes on, you go a little 5 miles above the speed. You know you do.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
You're a slow driver.
Exactly.
All right, I'm going to take. I have another Disney one on here. I'm not going to use that.
Don't. You know I'm going to pick it. That's why, fucker.
No, it's probably a different
Oh,
one
it's
than
a-
you have. Yeah, it's definitely a different one than you have, I believe. You know what? I actually bought this soundtrack, so I'm going to go ahead and use it. The first Suicide Squad.
Ooh.
Let's
Oh,
go.
okay.
I'm not going to lie. That is on my list. That
I
was
mean,
pretty
purple
good.
Lamborghini. Come on.
Look at Renee.
Renee. Easy, Tiger 5. Fuck my. Yeah, that's a good one too, Jason. That's a good one too. All right, that we are starting round 4, and I picked Suicide Squad to start it off. Rex, what is your 4th round draft pick?
All right, for my next pick, I think
It gets tough. It gets tough,
It
man,
is.
because
Yeah.
It does, and I'm trying to make my spread as eclectic as I can on stuff, but I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go with probably one of my most favorite John Cusack flicks on this one. I think I'm gonna have to go with Grosse Pointe Blank.
Nice. Good one.
Because Grosse Pointe Blank has got an amazing soundtrack. Goofy ass movie, but amazing soundtrack.
It does have a
Yeah.
great soundtrack. That's a good one.
Yeah, there's a couple movies that I'm like, oh man, the movie is not that great, but I love the soundtrack.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I've got one of those on here for sure.
so Grosse Pointe Blank for Rex. In the chat, what does everybody think of our draft picks so far? Just let us know.
Who do you think has the best handful? As you know, number 4. Are 4 of them right now? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. 3 out of my top 5 I was able to pick, and I was stressed. I wasn't gonna even get one of them. So, well, I mean, I knew I was gonna get one, but I didn't think I was gonna be able to get 3 of them. God, I got 2 left, and there's 3 strong ones I want.
Mm-hmm.
I bet I can name 2 of them. I'm gonna go ahead and write one.
Just
down
because
here.
I know no one's picking that one, I'm not gonna go with my 6th one, but I'm gonna go with my 9th one. Pulp Fiction.
Ooh, good one. Oh, Rex had that one on his list.
Rex had it on the list. It's on my list too. It's on my list.
I did.
I didn't have that one on my list, but I didn't have a
It's
very
lower
big
on
list.
my
I
list.
only wrote down 10, so because I had a feeling that out of these 10, I'd be able to get 5.
Oh yeah,
For sure. And I didn't want to overthink it because this was a tough one. There are so many good soundtracks out there.
Yeah,
it
Like,
really is.
I think, and we were talking about this before. I think the music in a movie is next to the story, the writing itself, the script. The music is like one of the most important parts of the movie. So
Exactly.
for my number 4 pick, so
You
I'm
get
doing back to back. I'm doing
4
my last
and
2.
5.
4 and 5. Perfect.
4 and 5.
That's cool because that's going to make it easier for me. I don't have to second guess it. I'm going to go with Guardians of the Galaxy, Awesome
Volume
Mix,
1?
Volume 1.
That's what's on my list. That's my next one.
That's something that we listen to as a family in the car, on road trips, on repeat, over and over and over. It's got some of the best
Yes, it
70s,
does.
80s music. James Gunn is just a genius at incorporating music into his films. So that's my number 4, Guardians of the Galaxy, Awesome Mix,
Not
Volume
even on
1.
my list at all. I don't even know what's on the soundtrack.
And you're missing out, man. Just because it's a Marvel movie, you're missing out on a great soundtrack.
Look it up, dude.
It's
I
so
bet
good.
you know half of the songs on
Oh,
there.
probably,
you-
dude.
you will,
It's
you will.
James Gunn. He's great.
And
with
then
music.
I wanted to throw in, because I'm a big horror guy, and this is my favorite horror movie soundtrack. The movie itself, not great, but the soundtrack is bitchin', and that's Valentine from 2001. It's got such a great mix of rock, like early 2000s. It's got Static X, Rob Zombie, Marilyn Manson, Deftones.
Nice.
So Valentine is a bitchin' soundtrack, but not the best movie. So that is going to round out my top 5.
Not a bad list. Not a bad list at all.
Great list.
All right, Felix, your last pick, your 5th and final pick, sir.
My last pick is my 6th pick, and I'm shocked that it's still there with Rex being there. But I hope I'm not taking yours here, Rex. But it's
I'm sure you
Saturday
are.
Night Fever.
You're not taking it. I do not have that on my list.
Really?
Yeah. I know
thought,
you're shooting for another old joke. I know you're shooting for another old joke there, but gotcha.
Boom, 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 boom.
Saturday Night Fever. I can't think of one song right now, but you know, yeah,
Staying
exactly.
alive.
Staying alive.
Staying alive.
Alive.
Come on, man. That's the main song from the. That's the main song.
No,
That's what
there's
everybody thinks of.
more than a woman. Is a good one, and also what's that other one they have? There's several on there. There is. Trust me, there is. If you go listen to them, you'll know
Trust
a couple
me.
songs in there.
Yeah.
Just trust me. Just trust me. Yeah, just trust me.
He says it's a good one.
All right, Rex, your fifth and final pick, sir.
All right. So I've got two different subsects I could go through on this. And one of them is a John Hughes subsect I could go to for a couple of the really good ones that I liked. But I think I'm going to settle for my subset on Queen. And I'm going to have to go with the Flash Gordon soundtrack.
Oh,
good
that wasn't on my
one.
list, but that's a
Yeah.
good
Good one on my
one.
list
That's
either.
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, that's a good one. Me and Amber just rewatched Ted and Ted 2, and
Oh, yeah.
it reminded me
Those
how
are great.
awesome those are.
I want to go
How
do
awesome-
cocaine.
How awesome the Flash Gordon soundtrack is.
Yeah. I mean, it was rough for me to go. And
Yeah.
when y'all first said we're doing this draft, and I was excited. And then I'm not going to lie, I'm a little heartbroken that we only did 5. Okay,
You know,
I'm just saying.
It would have
I
been
get
so
it, yeah.
easy to do more than 5.
You know,
It would
when
have,
we
but
when we get
It's-
done, I do want to talk about some honorable mentions if we have time.
I was
do.
thinking the
yes,
same thing. I've got some
yes.
honorable mentions as well.
I definitely
Yeah.
have some. Definitely have some. All right. I get the very last pick, and I did not think anybody would have this on their list. This is probably the best workout soundtrack you'll ever have because you will explode your
Rocky?
effing heart. You will explode your heart. Mortal Kombat, the very first
Oh.
Combat. All right.
movie.
Yeah.
That's got
I
yeah.
love
That's
that
like
movie.
some good like house techno music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I would put that thing on like on my in the CD player
Yeah.
in the
yeah.
car and just my foot would hit the floor. I mean,
That's a good one.
you can't help but go fast to this song,
Okay.
to the whole soundtrack.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love that. I love the whole soundtrack. It's just great.
That-
Like
that is-
to
that is a great one.
to summarize, Brandon, you had Dazed and Confused, Baby Driver, Dirty Dancing, Gardens of the Galaxy Volume 1, and Valentine.
Yes.
Felix, you had Forrest Gump, Footloose, Purple Rain, Pulp Fiction, and Saturday Night Fever.
Yeah.
Rex, you had Bill and Ted, Heavy Metal, Star Wars, Gross Point Blank, and Flash Gordon. And I had Grease, Aladdin, Top Gun, Suicide Squad, and Mortal Kombat. In the chat, tell me who do you think had the best list? I'd like to know what you think in the chat, to tell you the
Let me
truth.
throw out my honorable mentions just to get them out of the way.
Yeah.
The next one for me, and I think this is the one you were talking about, Kevin, was Little Mermaid,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and then Pitch Perfect,
Mm-hmm.
Shrek,
Oh, that's a good
Yesterday.
one.
Yesterday, The Lion King, The Breakfast Club, Friday, Batman Forever, and Wayne's World.
Hmm,
All right.
nice.
Those are definitely some good honorable mentions. Rex,
Yeah.
do you have any honorable mentions?
I do. My honorable mentions. Kev, I cannot believe you did not pick Back to the Future as a soundtrack.
It's a great soundtrack, but it don't, to me, it's not as good as these.
That just surprises me. It does.
Yeah.
I'm only going to jot a couple. Like I said, I had over 30 here, almost 40 picks. I'm only going to couple. I did pick some other ones. Indiana Jones, the original soundtrack. That's a very iconic. Everybody knows. The original Batman. I picked that one as well. A Batman movie, but it was the original Batman because it was done mostly by
That's
Prince.
more Prince. Yeah.
It was. Ready Player One. More of a recent movie, but the soundtrack was rocking it with a lot of good stuff. And then I got Better Off Dead, John Cusack. The Blues Brothers. I really was this close to picking Blues Brothers.
Good one.
Yeah. And Mr. Crispers, you mentioned earlier, and I wrote it down a note. Romeo and Juliet, the Leonardo DiCaprio version.
I saw
That is
that.
on my list as well.
That's a good one.
Because that is great. And the other Queen movie I had was, or Queen soundtrack I had was Highlander, because that is an awesome soundtrack as well. And I'll wrap it up with, and I didn't pick it, but I wanted to, Rocky Horror Picture Show, because
Nice.
that
Oh,
music
that's
is
That was
great.
one that my
That
wife
is a good one.
mentioned too. Is Rocky
See?
Horror Picture Show. I
Those-
only
those
have
are
a
my
few
honorables.
I only have a few honorables just to round out the 10 that I had. Only 2 on my list were actually taken: Forrest Gump and Grease. But towards the end of my list, I had 8 Mile, The Doors, and Across the Universe. Across the
The
Universe.
Doors
I mean,
is a
it's
great one.
all Beatles music, which it's beautifully done. The Doors, Val Kilmer did all of the recordings as Jim Morrison, and 8 Mile. I mean, MM won an Oscar for it. It's a great soundtrack.
It is
guys-
a great soundtrack.
You guys took a lot of my honorable mentions, so the ones that I still have that was not mentioned, I have The Wizard of Oz on there. 10 Things I Hate About You. That's a great soundtrack.
That's a good one.
That is a good
Exit Wounds and South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut.
That's such a good one.
I'm going to start singing about Canada in a second. Thank you.
Yeah, right.
I'll start singing about Cal's mom. So,
Yeah.
Screw you guys. I'm going in.
but those are my honorable mentions. We are doing a giveaway. And I am going to go ahead and put up the hashtag. Are you ready for them, Brandon? Are you ready for them?
Yes, I am ready. Ready when
All
you
right.
are.
Here we go. The hashtag is draw. Hashtag draw
Hashtag
only
draw.
wants to be entered into the giveaway. You must be present to claim your prize at the end of the live. So what do you guys think of this time slot? An hour earlier. Do you kind of like it? Do you like it as the original at the original time slot?
The views say the original time slot is better.
But
They do.
then again, they're conditioned to that time
Right,
slot.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's
Did
true.
we
Everybody's-
did we put it out there that we were going to be doing it an hour early? A whole
Yeah.
bunch?
Yes,
Did we
I-
let them know? I
Not
know.
Not
I
a
know.
whole
I saw it.
bunch, but
Yeah.
we did
I'm just thinking maybe
put it
maybe
up
some
on
people didn't see
Facebook.
it.
Yeah, we put it on Facebook, Monday or Tuesday. So
Mm-hmm.
if they're subscribed to us, they saw it. So
Yeah. I mean, and like anything, it's one of those things. It only happens every once in a while when scheduling conflicts and or Royal Rumble. Any wrestling fans out there have any predictions for the Royal Rumble tonight? I'd like to know that.
I do.
Go ahead.
I just want to point it out. I want to say, and this is all probably just wishful thinking on my part, but if Randy Orton does not come back in this Royal Rumble for this thing, I'm going to be very angry.
I've heard rumblings of Stone Cold coming back. Into the
No,
Rumble.
that's a money grab. That's all that is.
It's in Texas. And he just had a match at Mania last year, so he's healthy enough to do it. So it's possible.
Yeah.
It's very possible.
Somebody said Brian. We asked Brian Stevens about his mail call today.
Oh yeah. We did not. We talked early before the
Yeah,
show.
we did.
We didn't really have a mail call. So yeah, if anybody out there has a mail call that they would like to talk about, please definitely put it in the chat. I definitely want to know what y'all got.
Yeah.
Tiger Lily says RKO for the win.
Thank you. I agree.
Yep.
That's what I think should happen. That's my opinion.
Any
If Randy Orton doesn't come
predictions?
back, I
Any
riot.
predictions on the women's Royal Rumble? Who should win it?
the
Ooh.
one girl, the lady with the hair.
The lady with the hair.
Yeah, she's got
That
two
was-
arms too. I honestly have not watched. The last time I watched wrestling, Hulk Hogan was still wrestling. So
I get it.
it's been a minute.
I don't
Wait a
think he's
minute.
coming back.
Raven Rose, I got my World of Warcraft cards. They are awesome. Hey, if you could post that in the community, in the BAM Facebook community, that'd be awesome.
Yes, ma'am.
With a picture of them, because they are
Yeah.
really cool looking cards. By the way, they are really cool looking cards. Should I show them what they could win?
No, I'd wait.
Wait a little bit. Wait a little bit.
Make them sweat. You want to make them sweat?
I can
While
wait.
we make them sweat, Brandon, you want to go ahead and read out the names that you already have?
Yeah, they were coming in pretty quick. I think I got everyone, but if I didn't, let me know. I got Renee Farrell, Raven Rose, Dave Robertson, Jason Fico, Brian Stevens, Ronald's True Life, Charles Strickland, Mr. Crispers, and Tiger Lily. We got a couple more. Joshua Phillips. got two.
Yep. Let's see. If you did not hear your name, just go ahead and hashtag draw one more time. Brian Stevens. Well, I'm still shocked that I own these. I got a Tim Curry and a Christopher Lloyd. Very cool.
Nice.
That's what's
Very
up.
cool.
Wait a
Yeah,
minute.
those are-
If that's a clue, Otto, I'm gonna shit because that's one of my favorite movies right there. And
Well,
I
what's it-
don't have a Tim Curry.
Tim Curry and Christopher Lloyd together.
Yeah,
Ooh,
Is that what
for
you're
a
saying?
clue.
That would-
They're both in Clue.
no, I know that would be freaking dope. Yeah,
That would
would
be
be a
dope.
great combo.
That's what I was asking him. That to me,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like if you
yeah.
say both those names, first thing I think
Yeah,
of
I mean
Or
those
were
are
they
two
two
of the biggest
different
names in
autos?
collecting.
as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
A dual
Let's see.
sign with those two would be amazing.
Let's
Tommy
see,
Raska,
Tommy
gotcha.
Raska. Tiger Lily thinks Rhea's going to win the Rumble. I hope she does. I am
That's
a
my
big.
that's my
big
mommy
Rhea
right
fan.
there.
I'm a big Rhea fan, and she needs to be pushed. I think they need to push her. All right. How about a little Florida man? How about a little Florida man?
Love
Florida man. Florida man.
Love Florida, man.
How about a little?
We need some
Florida
Man music to play before this every
You know
week.
what we do?
There
We
is a
do.
song.
Like some dueling banjos or something would even work, you know.
The
I know
football,
it's
yeah.
not necessarily from that, but it just seems to fit every Florida Man story.
Well, we were just talking about in prep.
Yeah. Yep, I agree. Jason FICO says, I just received my Mandalorian action figure. It's a concept version of him. I'm using it to take photos. That's awesome. Very cool.
Jason Flacco.
Flacco.
FICO.
All right, here is some Florida man. From Florida man. No pictures because I couldn't find pictures, but police. Man attacks woman in Florida over too much TV talk. Police in Florida say a man shoved a handgun into a woman's mouth after she complained he was talking too much during a TV show. The Florida Today reports 55-year-old Calvin Lindsay was arrested at a home in Palm Bay on battery and assault charges. Police did not specify the show they were watching. Yeah, I'd
that's
like
what
to
I was
know what
wondering.
show. After she complained, he talked too much. It was probably if she's complaining, it was probably like Law and Order or something like that. Lindsay went into the master bedroom and shut the door. When the woman went in to get a blanket, she heard the sound of a shotgun being racked. She told him that he was trying to intimidate her, but then he pushed her down and placed the barrel of a handgun in her mouth. Police said the woman broke her tooth.
Oh my goodness.
Jesus Christ.
Her
man.
one tooth. She broke her one tooth that she had.
It is Florida
That's-
woman. And
That's devastating.
this had to happen.
I
in a
was
trailer
wondering how
park.
this happened, but when you were reading it, you said in a home, so that made sense. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I have a question.
Okay.
Funny.
She heard a shotgun being racked, but yet a handgun was shoved in her mouth. How many weapons did this guy have?
It's Florida.
That's true. Yeah,
It's
it's true.
Florida. Yeah.
Well, I'm a Texan. Trust me, I understand. But maybe we should start.
Florida
You
and
can't
Texas.
have more guns than you have teeth. I mean, I'm just saying.
Florida and Texas are interchangeable when it comes to handguns.
Yeah.
It is crazy.
Okay, with handguns. Okay, thank you. I just didn't know where you were going with that for a second. But no.
Yeah, with handguns. I mean, Florida's the meth capital of the world, so I get it.
Oh, and Kevin, I would be remiss, Kevin, if I didn't throw up a wolf pack for your shirt tonight. I'm just telling you.
There we go.
There we go.
Because it is too sweet.
Exactly.
I'm going to act like I know what's going on right now.
That's fine. That's fine. All right, guys. This is also an Ask a Mod. Anything you can ask us, anything you want. This is the time to ask right now. I am also going to go ahead and show you what you can win for hashtagging draws. You get a Denzel draw Leonardo.
That's so cool.
This is hand signed by Denzel Draws right here. It is a 3x5 art print. You also get all 4 of the turtles as stickers. Not
Nice.
only do you get this, you get Harry Potter cards.
Ooh.
I want to see what those look
You're
like
giving away
inside.
the Harry Potter cards too?
I am giving
That's a
away the
dope
Harry
giveaway.
Potter cards.
Nice.
And the tuck box on this thing is super cool. Like I said, it
Yeah.
is foiled out. Brandon, I sent you a couple of links to the
Yes.
Theory
Dude,
11.
the Theory 11 cards are freaking sweet. I want like every pack they've made, but there's definitely a few of them sitting in my shopping cart that I'm gonna be picking up. Absolutely.
They
Yeah.
have some Batman ones out
Yeah,
right
the
now.
Dark
that are
Knight
super
ones are
cool.
dope.
Those are the ones
Uh,
I'm looking at.
Yeah.
They have Spider-Man
The
ones.
Spider-Man ones are cool. The Avengers ones are cool. They got some
Yeah.
killer Star Wars ones. Yeah, the artwork on them is pretty great. Yeah, I really like those.
But yeah, speaking of
Cowabunga.
artwork, I love this artwork. Denzel Draws is
I do too.
literally one of my favorite artists Spam has ever done. I love his
Yeah,
style.
it's some super cool like street art, like
Yeah.
almost like graffiti style artwork, cartoon artwork. It's awesome.
Very
Hey,
cool. And like you said, you get all four
Felix.
turtles.
Renee had a question for you, Felix.
Who did Renee?
Yeah, he did. He says, "What is the average dry weight of a Madagascar fruit bat?"
4 pounds. 4 pounds.
That's a big friggin' bat.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just guessing at this point. Should Sami Zayn win the Rumble and take on Roman? That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
No.
1.1.
Hello, everyone. I hope you're
Thanks,
doing
Josh.
well. Yep. Is that it? Is that correct? 1.1. I was only slightly off.
I don't know. It's a
Slightly
good
off.
answer. So
Yeah. Like I said, we'll answer any question. We could be wrong. You may not like our answer.
That's true. That's true too.
Yeah. You can ask anything. We'll answer it.
1.1
Like I
to
said-
1.65 to be exact is what Josh just said. Good job.
Okay. Very, very cool. Very cool. Let's see. Does anybody have any questions for us? What do you I think these are the House of Hufflepuff or Hugglepuff, whatever, however you say it.
Yeah, I noticed they have a different pack of different colors for each house. That's pretty
Yes.
freaking cool.
Yes, they do. And the pack is the cards inside are the same. It's the
Yeah.
pack itself that's different. These are the back. So the whole thing is foiled out. I know people who collect cards. So this is one of the cool things.
Yeah.
So.
We play a lot of cards, a lot of different card games in our house. We go through cards pretty quick. We play like a lot of cribbage and stuff. So these are awesome ones to add to the collection.
Right. Tiger Lily wants to know, will Trinity join the family tonight? I hope so. They need a female in the bloodline. Tommy Raska wants to know, Super Bowl matchup. I think it's going to be San Francisco versus the Bengals. San
Ooh.
Francisco versus the
Ooh.
Bengals.
Sounds good.
Ooh.
Yeah, I
Ooh.
don't think Kansas City is going to get past the
I'm
Bengals.
curious to see how his ankle sprain is going to affect him this week.
Yep.
I know
Very
a lot
true.
of people are worried about that.
And that's one of
And
the factors. in it,
as a Raiders fan, I absolutely hate the Chiefs. So I hope they get their asses stomped. Yeah,
I just don't like Mahomes. First of all, he
I
sounds
do.
like
I don't.
He sounds
hate
like
him.
Kermit the Frog when he talks.
Exactly. I know. I say that all the
It-
time. He sounds like Kermit the Frog.
And the way he walks onto the field, I'm like,
Yeah.
I think he may be a little fruity, but just fine. But he just has something about him I don't like. sorry, Ginger. I know that's your team. I mean, I get flack about
forgot.
Tom Brady
Forgot.
being on the Bucks a
Dude,
lot.
seriously,
Too,
I'm a Raiders fan, so the amount of shit talking I get in my lifetime, I think,
I'm a Cowboys fan. I'm
surpasses-
staying out of this
surpasses yours.
conversation. So
Oh yeah, that's true.
I
Never
get
mind.
it.
R.I.P.
I get it.
Rex.
I love how Cowboys fans are so. We're going to the Super Bowl every freaking year. Have you seen the videos
Yeah.
of the people punching their TVs and
Yes,
destroying their
yes.
TV?
It's so funny. I saw a meme. It was like a line of people like lined up outside of Walmart, and it was like Cowboys fans waiting to like buy new TVs. Yeah.
I've never
So
understood punching a TV. It's
No,
they're
so dumb.
broadcasting it. They're not the TV.
I
did
think most
nothing.
of them are staged. Most of them have to be staged, but But
don't
it
know,
wouldn't
man.
surprise me that a lot of them weren't staged though either.
I think my favorite one was the guy walked out and threw the TV, and it looks like probably about a 65-inch flat panel. He walks out, throws it in the driveway, then backs his truck over it. And that was my
I've
favorite
seen that
video
one.
I saw this week. I was like,
So I noticed
Yeah.
Charles Strickland asked a question about how long do we think before BAM runs out of new people to sign. I don't see that happening, Charles. I don't think it's going to be an issue. If anything, I mean, as BAM gets older and Adam is, expanding and making connections, he's only like making more and more moves, like getting more people into the box that you wouldn't normally expect to get into the box. I mean, we've been surprised with some of the big names that we've seen. So I
Henry
don't think,
Winkler was in the box.
right?
I mean, come on.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be an issue of running out of new people to get into the box at all.
No, because more and more people are starting to do cons now, even people that didn't do cons before. And
there's a lot of money to be made for celebrities doing signings, and a lot of them are seeing that now. So a lot of them are doing cons.
I've seen Christina Ricci start doing cons now, which I didn't see her a couple years ago doing cons. So that's one I would love to get on an Adams Family or something like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you, Eric. Throw up the little too sweet, because if you're NWO, you are NWO for life. Yeah.
What just happened?
I haven't watched wrestling since I was a kid. Honestly, since I was like
Same
a teenager, I used to watch like WCW Monday Nitro and stuff. But I kind of fell out of it for a long time, for years. So I recognize a lot of the references from when I was younger. But as far as like who you're talking about winning the Royal, I have no freaking clue who any of these people are.
I did notice you were pretty quiet when that question was asked.
Yeah. Usually when wrestling comes up in conversations, I tend to zone out and because I don't pay any attention to it.
I will say now, with wrestling, there was a long period where wrestling, it was just the WWE, and it was the main company, and it got stagnant. There was a lot of a lot the storylines sucked because they were the only thing around. Now there's AEW, they're around too, so where there's a lot of the storylines have gotten better for WWE. The wrestling is really good at AEW, so there's a lot of things for everybody now.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot.
Are they all? Do they all wrestle together, or what's the AEW? Can you explain that for us?
You got WWE, which is a company, and AEW, which is a company, which is kind of like the old school WCW versus WWE. AEW. The owner of that company is also the owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. So they actually have more money than Vince does, but their product is completely different. They're more wrestling based. I don't care for their storylines. Where WWE, they have better storylines with decent wrestling.
Do they ever cross over and wrestle each other? So they're different.
No.
So
like
right
Marvel
now,
versus DC,
pretty much,
kind of,
yeah.
So like
Maybe
right now
someday.
tonight, who's gonna? So it's the Royal Rumbles, it's WWE tonight.
Yeah, it's WWE. Yeah, that WWE has been known to have a couple, like on a night like tonight, Rumble surprise entrance into the Rumble, to where they'll bring in, say, somebody who's not in the company per se, but like last year. They it was called Breaking the Forbidden Door, opening the Forbidden Door. They let Mickie James come back, who was the women's champion of another company.
ROH, wasn't it?
Yeah, ROH.
Yeah.
Or no, Impact.
Oh yeah, Impact. That's right.
But Impact is basically not even a freaking company anymore.
It's not, but watching that Rumble, it was amazing seeing somebody come out. Timer goes down, crowd gets quiet, and all of a sudden her music hits, and she comes out all countrified, dressed up with that with that title around her belt.
Yeah.
around her waist. And I was like, what the? It kind of reminded me of the old WCW days when, what's her name?
Medusa.
Alonzo Blaze, when she walked out. Oh, and this and dropped the title in the trash can. I was like, is that something that's going on right here? Kind of gave flashbacks a little bit, but yeah. And
we totally got to change the subject because the chat hasn't moved in like 5 minutes, guys. Come on.
What do you
that's
mean?
not true. That's a lot. That's a lot of wrestling people.
There's quite a few wrestling fans in the community I've noticed, and that might be something to consider too. Is like doing like a wrestling show, you know.
No, I'm kidding, but I'm not. But I am because the chat has not moved since you guys started talking about wrestling. I'm just saying.
I think you're frozen.
Yeah, I think you're frozen because the chat is moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I speaking of a wrestling show, Brandon, there's a wrestling show that comes out every Sunday. I host it on the Mod Squad. It is a wrestling recap show.
Oh, okay. I must have missed that because I have zero interest in wrestling. That's good to know. I'm glad that we're talking about it now and advertising for you. See, you're welcome. You're welcome. My ignorance has been beneficial to you.
Yeah, everybody check out the Sunday show that myself and Steve do. It's a wrestling recap and review show. We cover AEW and WWE. But
nice.
These are the giveaways tonight. You will get a pack of Theory 11 Harry Potter cards and some Denzel Draws art and stickers.
Ginger said that wrestling is lame and too predictable. I just want to point out that I feel the same way about it. I mean, The Rock is probably the worst, but of all of them when it comes to being predictable.
I agree.
Same thing.
I agree.
I mean, he's no Dave Batista, but
that's what I'm saying, man.
So
I know.
You know what, Kevin? I've been trying to call you out too. Like you always say, what are the rules of the game when it comes to like this or that or whatever? You have to. You have to. You picked The Rock, A, because I know your wife made you, but B, you said John Cena hasn't been in much and Dave Bautista's only been in bad movies. That's not the question. The question is better actor. That could be one scene in one movie. Who is the better actor?
That's true.
It's Bautista, isn't it?
Nah.
I didn't even know John Cena acted, honestly, because,
he's done some pretty good comedy movies.
I can't see him.
Blockers,
I can't see him.
Blockers. Blockers is funny.
All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and draw a winner for the Harry Potter cards.
All right.
And the art.
I think everybody that is here has put their name out there, the hashtag. So
the hashtag has been scrolling. If they haven't entered, they should know.
Is it red? To me, it's all red. I can't even see the white in it. I don't know what's going on. It's probably just my side.
It's your side. Yeah, it's really good.
All right, so I've got all the names here going into my handy dandy.
All the names going into the bucket. All the names going into the bucket.
All right.
Yeah, I'm going to make you big, sir, because you are drawing the names.
Yeah.
Here we go.
All right. And I got your name. And the winner of the drawing, the art print and stickers and pack of cards is...
Do it.
Eric Capello.
Eric Capello, congratulations, sir. You win yourself a pack of Harry Potter cards,
Congrats,
some Denzel Draws art.
And stickers.
And stickers, that is correct. And stickers, if you could, please email the Mod Squad Network at gmail.com so I can get this out to you.
Sweet.
Eric says Undertaker did a better acting job in Suburban Commando than The Rock does in all his movies.
I did like No Holds Barred. I like No Holds Barred with Tiny Lister or Zeus.
Yeah.
There we go. There's a sound.
That was delayed. That was delayed. Congrats, Eric.
Congratulations.
I don't know if that was for his win or we're talking about, No Holds Barred. I know what you were doing that one for.
All right, guys. I do believe that does it for this episode of the Mod Squad. Thank you for joining us an hour early. We really appreciate it. Let us know what you thought of our draft. If you would like to see similar shows like that in the future. Also,
I thought
check.
that was fun.
I
I liked
enjoyed it. I really enjoyed
I
it.
think we should do it again.
Yeah. Make sure you check out Back to the Retro Review, the Mod Squad sister station on YouTube. That's where I host retro movie reviews. Check out the horror show that should be dropping soon
Tonight, probably. Yeah.
tonight. Check out the wrestling show that should drop tomorrow. The
Brand
horror
new show that's never been done before. So you're going to want to check out the pilot episode of
It's
the
inaugural
wrestling
episode, according to Brandon.
Yeah. It's brand new. Never been
Oh.
seen by anyone before.
Also, the horror show and the wrestling show can be heard on most major podcasting platforms. So check and find out the Mod Squad network on those. Does anybody else have anything they would like to say before I shut this thing down?
Shut it down.
All right, sounds good.
Nope.
All right.
That was fun.
Oh, all right. So for Brandon, Rex, and Felix, I am Kevin. Saying keep on bamming, bammers.
Woo!
See ya.
Laters.